All right, I want to talk about lead generation through ads. And I'm not going to show you the ads manager or necessarily what ads to set up or things like that. I have an upcoming class you can check out on my website. We should have the link below soon, not right now today. It might be ready at the time of this recording, but you can find it Instagram Ads Playbook, where I show you step by step how to set up your Instagram ads, the right ways to do it. What I want to talk about is the strategy that we're seeing when it comes to pricing and lead generation. For the longest time, we were running webinars and free challenges to get people to sign up as leads for our business, to find people that are out there to become our customers. And so that has changed. That whole landscape in business has changed of free lead generation. In fact, 100 people could be better than 1,000 people. And let me explain this. If I generate 1,000 leads, which by the way, are strategies that I teach for lead generation, I could generate you 10,000 leads in a week. I've done it before. I did it a couple months ago. But if these are free leads, right? When I say free, it's not that they're free to you, but they cost you money. You run ads, and these are to a free offer. The quality of these leads now is poop. It's just a flaming pile of garbage. Instead, what we're looking for is we're looking for buyer leads. So we're looking for people who are willing to spend between $5 to $10 with you. Okay? So let me explain kind of how this all works. You could do a $5 price point, you could do a $7 price point, you could do a $10 price point. Previously, we would run webinars, we would run challenges, and they would be free, and we would just get hundreds of, I remember I would get, every week I'd get like 500 to 1,000 people to join me for a webinar. Easy. It's not hard to do when you know how to do it, when you know how to create the right offers and do all that. That's what I mentor people on how to do in my Wealthy Coach Academy program. Here's what's happened though, is the quality of those people, they're not converting into sales for our business. Because again, if I'm spending money to get these leads, let's say I'm spending $5 to get per person to get 1,000 people. That's going to be $5,000 spent. So now I need to make at least $5,000 up here in sales. Okay? Pretty decent math. The problem is these 1,000 people aren't converting. Ugh. Why? That's how business was worked for the longest time. It's changed. And what's changed is now we would rather get 100 people, or even 1,000 people, in fact, that are paying us money. And here's the beauty of it. To get one person to spend $5 with me or $10 with me on a webinar, it only costs me about $5 to $10 per person in the ad spend. So I'm just going to do some basic math with you here. $5 a person to spend $5 cost me $5. They give me $5, so my net average is 0. So at the end of the day, it's either costing me $0 to get 100 or 500 or 1,000 people. Last week we got over 609 people as customers paying us $5 for an offer. We bumped the price up to $10, and guess what? Just as many people started buying it, and the $10 ended up costing us $10. There's a science behind this. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a second. But it cost us nothing to get those people to be able to get on our email list and give them a presentation. And because they spent a little bit of money instead of being free, 20 to 30% of them converted into our paid offer. So the math here of all these free leads, because you got a free offer that's out there, it doesn't work anymore. Now we want to take what we were doing in our free offers. Here's all you do, and you slap a price tag on it. Okay, and that's what we're doing. We're no longer like YouTube videos like you're like, well, not everybody can afford. Everybody can afford $5. Come on, literally, you can afford $5. I got a $5 offer in the description of this video. Hopefully, I think we just finished it at the time of this recording. It's a weird thing where like you finish the offer. Is it ready to go yet? Is it tested? All that. It'll be ready to go by the time this video's up. Okay. You can find it below. My own version of this, you can go through it. I like to do it where I even throw a money back guarantee in there and bonuses and all kinds of crazy stuff just to make people say, listen, $5 is like, it's a steal. I'm stealing this from you, Jeremiah. So anyways, it costs nothing to get qualified people in front of you to then make a presentation to into whatever your paid program is. And that math checks out really well because you can scale this. See, why were we not doing this before? Well, here's the problem. I'm going to take you back, give you a little history lesson. 2 years ago, even a year ago, 3 years ago, when we were trying to run ads to $5 and $10 offers, it was costing us like $20 to $50 to get people to sign up. And so free leads were just as profitable. Now, it's costing us the same to get people to sign up for these paid offers. Even if it costs double, it's worth it. And then you sell your paid offer. So the idea is to make your ads work, and that's what my latest class is on. It's the Instagram Ads Playbook. But to make your ads work, you want your offer to be this low cost, low ticket, instead of a free lead magnet. You don't want to go out there. Okay, let me explain this. You don't want to go out there marketing a $10,000 program or a $20,000 program or a $5,000 or even a $2,000 program just right out the gate with an ad. So you need some way to lead people into it. And you don't need to do DMs or cold calls or anything like that. And that's why the webinar model works so well. Is you can put it on autopilot and you don't need to be there 24/7 to do it. But when nobody's registering or upselling from these free offers, you start to question, okay, is this model working? Well, it wasn't working, at least profitably like we used to get. And so now this new model right here is working really well because we're charging a little bit of money, and I'll throw some urgency into it. You know, I give people, they pay me $5, they got 3 days to watch the training. You know, they got, if I'm going to make an offer, there's 3 days. I like that kind of 72-hour time limit for urgency of action that the people need to take. And so when you kind of bundle that all together, you throw in some bonuses, you throw in, you know, some free courses. Maybe you got an AI tool that you can offer people. Hint, hint, wink, wink. That's kind of what we've added into one of our big offers. All of this makes it irresistible for people to sign up on the back end, and you're going to get a higher quality of person on the front end. And so I'm telling you, if you're a coach, if you're a mentor, if you're a trainer, your front end marketing, like if you're a service provider, I think there's a value of doing free, right? Because you get to demonstrate your service. But if you're not selling necessarily a service, charging a little bit of money for that information, giving people a quick win, something they can learn from. I mean, you could tell from a video like this, I give wins all the time to people, tons of information. That converts, and that produces the sales that you're looking for, all right? And that'll make your ads work better because you're going to be able to pay for your ad spend. Those are actually going to be qualified people that are going to buy from you on the back end. It's all going to work out much better. Listen, check out that training in the description and check out my Wealthy Coach Academy program when we open the doors to it. Love to see you in there. Love to work with you. Talk soon.